Right, hi. My name is Justin Steele, and I am completing Module 3 for my ISTE certification. This is the product that I've decided to use for creating a digital, I'm sorry, not creating a digital archive. This is the assignment I've decided to use for design thinking and computational thinking. This is called TouchCast. It's a video platform, but it's a lot different than traditional video platforms. It does quite a bit more within the app that I've seen on other tools. You know, everything that I might do on an iPad and then need to transfer to a MacBook to do, this app kind of does for you, which I think is really cool. So typically, if I'm doing any kind of screencasting or webcasting, I might use Camtasia, but this does a lot of the same kinds of things, but right here on an iPad. And so I would utilize this in a flipped classroom or for project-based learning with my students. I feel like it's really beneficial, really cool. So as far as how I would model it for my colleagues, I would do kind of the same thing I do with my professional developments that I already do. So this is an actual professional development I give that includes TouchCast. So what I might do is I say, okay, so this is TouchCast, this is what you can do with it. If you're in a flipped classroom setting, if you're in flipped learning, how might you utilize it? So I might show them all of the tips and tricks and things like that TouchCast can do. So you can see that this presentation is from Google Drive. I imported it as a PDF all within the app. And then it's entirely scrollable. I can view all of it. See, there's the section on TouchCast right there. It's scrollable. I can view all of it, go all the way down and everything like that, and it's really great. And then I might say, okay, so this is what TouchCast can do. What would you like it to do? And then they tell me, and I say, okay, great, let's do that. And so the rest of the session, we might spend maybe 30 minutes trying to create whatever it is the teacher has thought up, and so they can see how powerful a tool that this really is. So that's, using PowerPoints, bringing the PowerPoints into the video. So a lot of times when I bring this up, it's about like if a teacher is absent, how might they still be able to teach the classroom? This is how you would do that. As far as like collaboratively modeling this for students, another thing that you can use TouchCast for is you can actually bring in entire websites. And the website is just as if I were browsing it on Firefox or Chrome. It's the entire web page. So everything is scrollable, everything is clickable, anything that's a link that I want to see. So for instance, if I want to learn more about the Boston Tea Party, that's a link. I just click the link, and then within seconds, just as if I'm on Chrome, pulls up the entire article for me to browse and peruse. So there's the Boston Tea Party, there's all the information, again, just as if I was doing that. So I'm modeling this for my students. I'm saying, okay, this is what TouchCast is. Now I really want you to get kind of a deep dive, learn everything you can about the platform. So I want you to make a video that is, or I want you to make a TouchCast video that's important to you. I want you to teach us about something that's important to you using TouchCast. And of course, you're probably going to end up with tons and tons and tons and tons of Fortnite videos, but hey, that's what's important to them right now. So there you go. Maybe see them, how to have them teach you one of the dances, right? The floss is pretty popular right now. So yeah, so that's how I might collaboratively learn about it with my students. Say, okay, this is what TouchCast is. Make something that's important to you using this platform. And then lastly, how does this tool or resource promote the ISTE standards? Well, it will, ISTE standards, digital citizenship, empowered learning. Kids can't hide attributions. So if they need a site or resource, well, they're putting the resource right here on the screen for you. They can't hide it. So they can't be like, oh, I came up with this off the top of my head. No, Johnny, it's right there. Like, I can see it. So it can help promote that kind of idea of attribution and fair use and citations, things like that. And also, as far as being an empowered learner, it's a tool that they have a lot of control over. There's a lot that they can do that I maybe hadn't thought of yet. I mean, there's an entire green screen feature in here that I haven't played with at all. So, I mean, you can imagine a kid putting up a Fortnite video showing a dance that's a green screen behind them and them dancing with the characters or something like that. Again, that's not totally academic, but if they were learning how to use the platform, that's probably very likely something that you would see. And then lastly, you can continue as far as empowered learner, like how well are you grasping this concept. So this is just a simple poll that you can put in the video, but you can also do questions that have correct answers. And so if a student were to collect, one that has correct answers, if they select incorrectly, from that I can link them to a video that better illustrates or highlights what I'm trying to teach them. And so they're taking that information, that content, and they're owning it as the student, right? So they're becoming that empowered learner that the ISTE standard strives for them to be. So I think that TouchCast is a great tool. It's one that I'm going to continue using and teaching other teachers about as for the foreseeable future. Definitely, it's free, it's out there, easy to use, all that. So this was my selection. Thanks.